Hi and welcome. I'm Emery Wintero, and today we'll be looking at what's shifting or just simply changing in your life, what transformation is happening around you at this time. Uh, for this reading, I was kind of looking more into internally what's changing, what sort of transformation you're undergoing, just kind of like with butterflies. So, this will be a pick a card reading, and this is general, so I have to put out a disclaimer here that everything may not resonate completely, but there may still be some messages that you could really resonate with, that you could really understand. And also, do let me know if what I talk about does sound accurate to some extent, or if something happens later on and it kind of just relates to what I was explaining here. So, with that, we have three groups. With group 1, we have this little bookmark here. With group 2, we have this bookmark. And with group 3, we have this bookmark. So, feel free to take a deep breath to really kind of focus on these three options here and just use your own intuition to pick which one is really calling out to you. So, with that, enjoy the reading. Hi, Pile 1, and welcome to your reading. So, today we're looking at what's shifting and transforming in your life. So, I'm leaving this general, so anything could come up here. It could come up regarding finance, it can come up regarding love, family, friends, or maybe just something that has to do with you and your perspective. Anything can come up. So let's first start off with your tarot cards. This is the Alice in Wonderland tarot deck. It's one of my favorites. So let's see what's shifting and changing for group 1. This one. Oof. Okay. We got 2 here, so I'll let those be. Okay. Let me get all the cards out first, and then we'll get into the reading. Okay, so this is the Romance Angels Oracle. So let's just see what's shifting and changing for group 1. Okay, we'll take this one. This is the Moonology Oracle deck. So, oof. Yeah, I'm not quite good at shuffling yet. My hands feel so sweaty. Okay, let's get this in order. What's shifting and changing for group 1? Okay, we'll take this one. Okay, this is upside down. This is the Prism Oracle deck. I mean, in the description there'll be a full list of all the cards that I'm using. So let's see what's shifting, changing for group 1. Okay, with that card. Oh, I forgot that I left one card out. So I think this was meant to come out as well. cards are huge, so it's gonna be a bit tricky for me to shuffle. I shall try. Okay, so for group 1, what's shifting, what's changing? Okay, this one. Okay, so these are your cards here. Let me just move them and arrange them in a manner. Okay, so let me just start with the tarot cards. So first we have Three of Cups. Second we have is Three of Swords. Third we have is the High Priestess, but in this deck it's called the Mystery with Cheshire Cat. And we have the Knight of Pentacles. Okay. So from what I'm seeing from this is this could in terms of transformations, this could be regarding friends because we do have the Three of Cups here. So the Three of Cups can also talk a bit about celebration, but it's mostly about like collaboration as well, kind of having fun with friends, maybe making new friends. And because it's cups, it relates more to emotions and creativity as well. But with the Three of Swords here, there is a bit of a heartache. There's a bit of a something painful arises. But with the swords here, this is more about thoughts. So this could be maybe, it could just relate more into maybe you're thinking too much about something. Now with this Three of Swords and this Three of Cups, these are both threes, so 3 could be a significant number, but since to me these both kind of correlate with each other a bit, there could be a little bit of a disappointment and heartbreak with friends, or with something that was something pretty creative and has to do with people. This could be friends, this could be family. So it hurt, but with this Three of Swords here, this is more of like, again, thoughts kind of just piercing through that heart. So that's why I kind of mentioned overthinking. Maybe there's this tendency to kind of overthink with things. Maybe something really didn't turn out the way that you wanted it to, and that's just a disappointment. Maybe it's in terms of family, maybe it's terms of friends. So we'll get into like what's transforming in a bit, but let me just kind of digest all these cards. Now with the High Priestess here, this does talk about intuition, but also literally talks about mystery. There's something that you just like you don't really know yet, something that's just hard to find. There's a sense of intuition here, of higher knowledge. And with this, and especially with the Knight of Pentacles here, this is talking about trusting the process. Because with the Knight of Pentacles, which is hedgehogs in this deck, this talks about taking things slow and steady. So whatever this heartache is with this Three of Swords, whatever this heartache is coming or has already come, it's just saying take it slow, And with this mystery card here, it's a bit of like you won't necessarily know where you're headed or how things are going to really end up, but this isn't a bad sign at all. In fact, it could be that you're shifting to more calmer waters here with the Knight of Pentacles. And maybe with this Three of Cups here, maybe you depended on people, on friends, on family. Maybe you were in that sort of celebratory mood. And it kind of feels like you were kind of knocked off your chair a bit, and this really stung, this really hurt. So with that, it's just kind of for one, it's kind of just encouraging you to take it slow a bit. But this kind of slow and steadiness, it will come one way or another. It's just more so of like things may be in a slower period, but that doesn't mean that you're not moving at all. And with the mystery here, it's just saying to trust in your intuition, and your intuition is just like that little voice in your head that's just very hard to hear, especially with like all these thoughts and all these fears that's kind of blocking you from really listening to what your heart says, really listening to what feels right for you. And when you take this slow and steady sort of approach, sure, it may be, indeed slow. Sure, it may not be as exciting as it once was with this Tree of Cups here. There's, in the future, there'll probably be more enjoyment to come, or, something that you don't expect here with the mystery card. So it's just saying more than anything to kind of trust your gut, to trust your intuition, and to just take a break if you need to relax a bit, take slow steps at a time, like kind of how he's like climbing up this ladder. He's not rushing, kind of like how it would be like with the Knight of Swords, for example, which is very speedy, which is like very fast. This is more so of I'm taking my time with this. And when you really take your time with this, things will probably start to really clear up. You feel like maybe really more intuitive, or you feel like the answers will slowly come to you. So whatever this heartache may be, I would say that it will be resolved. It's just gonna take, time with this Knight of Pentacles here. Slow and steady wins the race, as they say. So that's for the tarot cards. Let's see what the other cards have to say and how they all kind of correlate to each other. This is usually the fun part. So let's start with your Moonology. We have nothing is yet set in stone with the mutable moon. So again, like I said, especially with the High Priestess here, with the mystery card, and this Knight of Pentacles, nothing is yet set in stone. You're kind of thrown off your balance here a bit, probably because what this was before, it didn't really work out with you. It doesn't really work in the long haul, or just like in general, there was maybe something like a bit wrong. Like it kind of reminds me a bit of the Tower. I wouldn't say that it's something wrong, but it's just like it was on shaky ground. Things weren't really stable necessarily. So with this mutable moon, even though it's saying nothing is yet set in stone, that doesn't mean that there won't be movement. This is just kind of calling a period of time of perhaps introspection, just sitting down with yourself, relaxing a bit, and figuring it out slowly is kind of what I'm getting. So nothing is yet set in stone, but that doesn't mean it'll never be. Like, that doesn't mean that there will continuously be nothing, It's all in a matter of timing. I think especially with the Knight of Pentacles we have here, it's all about timing. So for one, it's also encouraging not to rush into anything. And it's also just kind of saying that what is shifting and changing in your life? Well, just like a slow period of kind of just a period where things are going pretty slowly, and you may seem that or you may feel that it's this is a bad period of time, nothing's getting done, and you feel a bit like you really want to enjoy something, you really want to get something going, because this card can also talk about creativity, because cups, again, as I said, talks about creativity. And it's saying that while whatever it is you want to achieve, perhaps it may not come now, but that doesn't mean that it will never come. So it's also saying to just wait a bit, just stay calm. And I know that's kind of hard to hear, but it's just kind of to relax a bit and see slowly and surely what happens next. I also get this feeling of like needing to relax because I feel a bit like something's in my throat, and I just can't really sit and ease. So that could be something. I'm also getting this feeling of like drinking more water. So like if you need to drink more water, definitely hydrate yourself. So with the next card, we have the Romance Angels, and we have, it is safe for you to love. Open your heart to give and receive the highest energy of all. Okay, so with this card, this correlates a lot with this Tree of Swords here, which is like, again, because of whatever disheartening is, you're gonna feel like protective, you're gonna feel like, I don't want to let anyone in, perhaps. I don't want to do this thing or something like that. But it's also kind of saying like, be a little bit more open to things, like maybe things that you wouldn't have done before. It's kind of shifting your perspective a bit, because we do have like, this reading is about transformation. So with this Knight of Pentacles here, like maybe you've been so used to kind of being on the go and doing things really in a really fast manner that maybe you haven't had time to really relax, or maybe you were, I wouldn't say cutthroat about something, but it's just like, more than anything, it's just about your perspective being shifted slowly but surely. It's not like you have to change completely, like what go full on like 180 with it. I don't know if that makes sense, but essentially what I'm saying is, it's not easy to kind of embrace this change and to be open again, especially with something that really hurt you, that maybe perhaps made you believe that I can't go on with this, or feeling like things are really stale and stuff like that. More than anything, this is also about like trusting that things will work out some way or another, and to kind of just be a little bit more lighthearted, to again kind of like, as I said before, relax, do something comfy, perhaps just kind of take a break a little. And that doesn't mean stop permanently. That doesn't mean like just stay stagnant, because the Knight of Pentacles does talk about movement. It's just slow movement, and that may be something that you're not used to. But with time, it may not be as difficult as it appeared. It's making that first step into like something new, something uncomfortable, will always be kind of scary, will be like very, difficult. But it's the effort that counts, when you make one step and then you make another and then you make another. It's slow, but eventually you will get used to it, and opportunities may come like you want it to be. So let's see what else we have here. The Prism Oracle cards. Again, trust, yeah. We got trust here, and we have the little heart in the middle here. So this can talk about like feelings. It could talk about just kind of trusting your heart, just kind of trusting that things will get better, that things will go a little smoother, It's a bit of that trusting in the unknown, because we do have that High Priestess. So it's just saying to just trust, because nothing is yet set in stone. You can't really see where you're headed yet, but along the way you will. You just kind of have to trust in the timing, trust in the divine a bit. Okay, and we have cleanse. Oh, sorry, not cleanse. flow. There's another card that's a little bit like watery with this, so I thought it was cleanse, but yeah, it's okay. A little mishap. So we have flow here, which kind of correlates a bit with this like nothing is yet set in stone with these sort of like waves here. So it's just kind of saying let things flow naturally, and there'll probably come a time where things will start making sense and you'll be, on the get-go again. But for now, this is just a period of, okay, we need to slow down a bit. We need to let the current take us away a bit, just kind of flow like a river. That's what I'm getting with the flow card. It's a lot about trust. It's a lot about trust and being open to change, even if that change is something that we don't want. And now for the final card, which is I don't know if I mentioned this earlier, but this is the Sacred Travelers Oracle. So we have fellow travelers, support is all around you. Yep, that's what I was getting. Taking this kind of first step will be it's kind of like you can't really see this rainbow yet, or you just really can't see where you'll be headed. I'm kind of just focusing on this little mist here that you see all across here, like below this little mountain here. And because there's like a lot of things here, it could just be that you really can't see where you'll be headed. Maybe there's just a lot of things around you that you could do. But more than anything, support is all around you. And as you make this journey, as you go through your journey, even though it will be a slow one, even if it feels like nothing is happening or nothing good is happening, there is support, and that could be from people, that could just be from your spirit guides. It could be anything really. But more than anything, I do see love in the sense of like support, in the sense of when you kind of open your heart to this a bit, then when you kind of open your heart to this and shift your perspective, for one, you could be, a lot more like happier and at ease. And secondly, what you want to achieve, or like this kind of like what's coming, like what's the new thing that's coming, or what's the big break you're gonna get, you'll see it a lot more clearer later on. But more than anything, it's about just trusting the process, to going at ease with this, to taking your time a bit with this. More than anything. Okay, that works, yeah, okay. But also, more than anything, trust in yourself. Trust in yourself and your decisions that you make in this period of change. Because, once again, we do have support. We do have support all around you. And things could look really beautiful in the future. And things could even take you with surprise with the mystery card there. So more than anything, just trust with it. You're gonna turn out fine. Like, that's what I feel like saying. You'll be just fine. Okay, so this concludes our reading. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it resonates. And with that, stay safe. Bye. Hi, Group 2. If you chose this bookmark right here, then this is your reading. Welcome. We're looking at what's shifting and changing in your life. So we're just kind of leaving it up to the cards. Anything that comes up, I'll just take it as it is. It is also to be reminded that this is general as well, so not everything may resonate. Let's start off with our tarot. So, what's shifting / changing for group 2? What's shifting / changing? Okay, we'll take this one. I'm not quite good at shuffling yet, but I am getting there. Oof. Okay, so I'm not going to take this, but I do see the lovers here, so that may be a little message there. Okay. What's shifting and changing for group 2? One more card. Okay, I'll take this one. Okay. I'll be shuffling all the cards first and then getting into the reading. So if you kind of just want to get straight into the message, you can skip this part, or if you like to see the magic sort of happen, you can stick around. It's fine either way. What's shifting / changing for group 2? I'm actually thinking of taking 2 of these. I pulled out 1 of these earlier for group 1, but you guys got 2, so we'll see what comes up. Okay, I'll take this one. Okay, we'll take 2 of these. Okay, you guys got a little bit more cards in terms of the oracles. Okay. Okay, so first we'll start off with the tarot. So let me just get all of this in order. Okay, put this over here. Okay. So first card we have is the Hierophant. Second card we have is the Star. Third card we have is the Seven of Wands. And we have the Ace of Swords. Okay. So one thing I have to call out is that you could be going back into schooling with the Hierophant here, or doing something that's more traditional. That is one thing to kind of call out here. Maybe perhaps just simply studying, researching, learning up on something. But this typically talks about something more traditional. This can talk about family, and this can talk about education, as I was saying earlier with schooling. Now with this Seven of Wands here, I can see a bit of like a struggle, like you have to kind of really hold your ground a bit. Like this could be like something tense going on because this is Wands energy. This is it can be very passionate, pretty fiery. There could be some sort of conflict, but more than anything, this is just about like standing your ground when it comes to anything in particular. But with the Star card here and with this Ace of Swords here, for one, there is hope coming with the Star card, like maybe a wish being fulfilled because we do have the Star here. And in terms of the Ace of Swords here, this talks about clarity, this talks about new beginnings because it is an ace. And the Swords talks about the mind, it talks about our thoughts. So it could be a shift in how you think, is what I'm getting. And with the Star card, it's just giving me the sense of hope, like something quite magical, quite indeed may happen. I'm kind of also just drawn into how this flower is looking here in this card. She looks very happy and she looks pretty fulfilled, and she looks like a star. Like with the Star card here and with just these curtains here. So it could be that you're a performer or that you're kind of standing out a bit because we do have kind of like this Seven of Wands here. Seven of Wands is usually depicted as some like just like one person kind of like holding their ground a bit against many others. So it could be that you're speaking out about something, speaking up about something, calling out something because we do have this Ace of Swords here, which talks about clarity and can also talk about truth. And could be something very much logical. Maybe this could be like what's shifting is maybe you had this Hierophant sort of perception earlier, or this Hierophant sort of energy where maybe you just listen to people and do what they asked of you to do and not really question it as much. So in terms of like, for example, like family, I wouldn't say you follow blindly, but it's just because it's kind of expected of you, or this is just the way that things has been done. So maybe this is just saying that you're kind of building your own path a bit. You're going after your own dreams, what you really want to do. And with going after your dreams, it can be pretty tough. It can be that not everyone necessarily believes in you, or there will be kind of like tension with this. But more than anything, with the Star card here, even with this Seven of Wands, even with this kind of intense energy, things look bright in the future. So let's get into the Oracle to kind of get the Oracle cards to get more info on what's going on here. So we'll start the Moonology. We have a new start is coming, so that definitely makes sense with this Ace of Swords that I was talking about earlier, with this new beginning, with this clarity coming in. More than anything, this feels like this feels like very much like something that you do. It's not really something that just kind of happens like out of the blue or anything like that. This is like this new start is something that you kind of take consciously, is just what I'm getting. And we also have here the what do you need to release. Okay, so That definitely does make sense with the theme of like transformation and what's shifting and changing. So what you need to release. Now that can be different for every one of you, but it could very much have to do with the tradition of things. There could be maybe a bit of fear, perhaps, or maybe just like, I don't want to do this thing because it's going to cause trouble, and you don't want to really get into that mess. But this new start is kind of like a calling for you. It's something that you've really wanted to do, perhaps. It's like a wish of yours, maybe. And more than anything, the cards are very much like encouraging it that you should go for it. But obviously, there are consequences to all actions, but that doesn't mean that they can't be overcome. And with the romance angels, we have finances and career. Financial issues are a factor in your love life right now. So it could be that you're shifting in career, perhaps. Like this could relate to maybe your family, for example. Um, they're like in one profession, but you want to do a profession um, that's really different. I wouldn't say something that's looked down upon, but just something that something that may not be in agreement with everyone with the Seven of Swords here, or it can be just very tough to get into it. But more than anything, there is support, there is hope here with the Star card. So, and with this, what you need to release, it also can say that, if you need just a little bit more time to just kind of process things, because when you kind of shift into this new energy, it can be a little bit not scary necessarily, but it's just like because it's so new and it's so unfamiliar and unknown, there is no call here for you to rush, because it's already happening without you even necessarily doing much, because like it's something that you wished upon, something that you dreamed of having, and something that you probably uh, will or already have taken action to kind of have this dream or or this wish that you want to achieve. With this finances and career, this could also just be a shift in how money is coming in. Do I have to also say that? Now let's get into, oh, we have space. And to me, this is kind of giving me the sort of idea of being of kind of viewing things as like kind of like space, like being a little bit more open to things is what I'm getting. Like it's giving me the sense of infinite possibilities. Like you could do anything with what it is that you're shifting into. And this could also be that sometimes you perhaps need to just like relax, or to just kind of zone out for a bit with the space card here. So if you feel called to do so, do so, is what I'm kind of getting with the space card. And last but not least, we've got your two Sacred Travelers Oracle cards. So let's see. Overcoming obstacles, you can overcome anything. And taking shelter, the answers are within. Yeah. So again, it's just kind of like there will be definitely that tension with the Seven of Wands here, and there will definitely be some burdens along the way, some uncertainty, especially when you're going to something new like this. But this is basically kind of like a hope message that you can overcome anything when you set your mind to it with this Ace of Swords here. And you also do have a swords here, funny enough. And with this taking shelter here, for one, like if you feel like you just want to be like somewhere cozy, you kind of just want to relax, definitely do with the shelter here. But also, the answers are within, so you got this. Like, that's just all I'm kind of seeing here. Whatever it is you want to achieve, whatever this kind of big change is coming, because we do have like 2 major arcana cards here, you've got this. You're very much capable to handle these obstacles. Now it may take some time, it may not happen instantly, but that doesn't mean that you won't overcome these things. That doesn't mean that you can't get whatever this star card is relating to here. And funny enough, we have like a little kind of star here. So I kind of get the sense like there's something that you've just been really wanting. And in a way, I get the sense like you really don't want to mess it up. You really don't want to mess it up. But more than anything, trust yourself as well. And also take breaks and just kind of zone out if you have to, when you need to. Because you've got this covered. You really do. And so with this taking shelter card, I'm also getting drawn to just this light here in this snowy night. So more than anything, that dream that you have, that wish that you have, don't give up. Don't give up. Keep going, because things may seem very cold, things may seem very challenging, but you can very much achieve this. And whatever answers you need, they are within yourself. And whatever answers you're seeking, you will find them. But more than anything, you are very much capable of getting this dream that you've been hoping for. So with that concludes our reading. Thank you for watching. Bye. Hi, Group 3. So if you chose this bookmark here, then welcome to your reading. We'll be looking at what's shifting and changing in your life. So I'm leaving it totally up to the cards. Anything could come up here. So let's get started. This is the Alice in Wonderland tarot deck. What's shifting / changing for Group 3? Okay, I'll take this one. Okay, I think one card flipped out. Let's take... Oh, 2 cards. Okay. Let's just take those 2. I'm gonna take this 2. And one more card. This one. I'll be shuffling all the cards first. So if you want to skip to the message part, you can. I'll just be laying out all the cards out first. not quite good at shuffling yet. So, still getting there. These are huge cards, so they're a little bit harder to shuffle. Let me go ahead to try to give this one a shuffle. Okay, let's get into the reading. Let's start off with the tarot cards. First we have is the Nine of Cups, the World, the Star, and the High Priestess. Oof, there is major energy here. We have 3 major arcanas. So this is a pretty big deal. Now the High Priestess, which is the mystery card here, did come out in group 1, and the Star card did come out for group 2, so maybe if you felt called to those other groups, you can check out the message as well. So let's start with this Nine of Cups here. So Nine of Cups here is typically shown as someone who's very smug or pleased with like the things they have, like they have everything that they could need. And cups can relate to emotions, so this could be fulfillment emotion wise. Like you're feeling very happy, very proud, very pleased with the things that you have. It can be a bit of a wish fulfillment card as well, and we do have the Star here. So this very much could be like a dream coming true, or being quite abundant in some sort of way. And with the World card here, the World card is the last major arcana card. So to me, this is like you're closing up something. In terms of what's shifting and changing, it's that something is coming into completion here. Something is, it could be something is ending, but not like in a bad way or anything. This feels like it was a long time coming, because like with this Nine of Cups here, it's so close to the Ten of Cups, and that one is very much like the ultimate like fulfillment card. Like happy family, happy life with rainbows, that kind of stuff. So something is closing out with the World card. Everything's just kind of been tied up, and there isn't any loose ends. And this could be something, this could be that you're just like achieving something that you really wanted, or you're just kind of feeling yourself a bit. Like I get a bit of that energy of like you're kind of feeling yourself a bit. You have everything that you want, or you have enough, and something is coming in full circle. And with this High Priestess card here, this can well talk about literal mystery. But more than anything, I'm getting like there's kind of an intuition with this. It's kind of almost like you sort of know that things are coming to full circle. This can talk about the unknown a bit, but from what I'm seeing so far, you're not you're not really afraid necessarily, because you have enough. This could also be to trust into your intuition a bit, because whatever your intuition's telling you, it's definitely right. You're definitely going into the right direction. if that's what if that's like what you're pondering about. This is pretty general because I don't really see what necessarily this could be about. This could be about friends, this could be about family, this could even be about partnerships. It's really up to it's really up to you, you know. But more than anything, there's this message of feeling fulfilled, like getting your dream come true, something coming to like a happy ending sort of thing is what I'm getting. It's like, you know, when you watch those cartoons and there's kind of like the kind of old cartoons, and they have kind of like the end, the words written, and then the curtains kind of close. I kind of get like that sort of fulfilled energy because like you've already kind of witnessed all that you needed, you know, and you've had enough for the day, and it's just everything is sort of complete. Everything is coming into full circle. So if things seem a little bit messy right now or just incomplete with this mystery card here, they will definitely be resolved. Something will come full circle. Something will turn up clearer, you know? So let's see what your other cards have to say. We have the energy is gaining momentum. So with this energy is gaining momentum, this is just to me kind of saying that towards this end here with the world card, the energy is gaining momentum. Like you're getting very close to the end of something. You're like very close to whatever this may be, a goal, a dream, a wish. So that's very much interesting. We have children. Your love life is being affected by children. So maybe you have children, or there is just like this youthful energy around. Maybe you're looking at things in a bit of a more innocent sort of way, childlike way. Like maybe you're just like not worrying about things. Maybe you're just kind of letting things flow. You're sitting back. You're enjoying. You're enjoying the show. You know, you're just enjoying what's happening all around you. So we have creativity and we have rest. So this dream or this goal that you have may be something creative. Indeed. And this creative card does kind of have the same sort of like palette as same sort of color palette as this energy is gaining momentum. So it could be that you feel this spark of creativity. It could be that maybe you work in a creative field. Maybe your job requires a lot of that sort of creativity, and it's really gonna get to you. Like if let's say you're in a standstill right now and you're not feeling quite creative, just know that it's coming. It's definitely coming. Like this energy is gaining momentum. And we do have this circle here. This is, to me, kind of reminds me of a light bulb. So again, as I said, things are coming into full circle. Things will start to come together. It's kind of like a puzzle, and when you first like start with the pieces, you may not know what it'll turn out as, but along the way you go, it starts making sense, and then you go a little bit faster, and that's just kind of the energy that I'm getting. And especially with this rest card here, it's also kind of saying that that rest could very much be needed, you know, to look at things in a more kind of like peaceful, calm manner, to kind of just let things flow. Like I just keep getting that energy of just like to kind of let things kind of flow, to trust in this kind of unknownness, to trust in the sort of mystery of things and not really knowing necessarily where you're headed. Because for sure there is this energy, there is definitely this creativity. So there's nothing forced about this. Things just kind of will flow to you when the time is right. So let's see what the last card for this reading is. Grounding. Go deep and explore your roots. This very much reminds me of the High Priestess card we have with this mystery. Oh, sorry, there's a dog barking. But with this, yeah, it also reminds me of this World card. You can see how they look pretty similar. Like they're both just leaning against a tree. They're just kind of enjoying their time with their loved one, perhaps, because we have a cat here. Like they're not focusing on the nitty gritty of things. They're just kind of letting things flow because things are very abundant here. Things are just kind of happening smoothly. And I think you kind of know that, like internally, like your intuition kind of knows that. And when you kind of just sit with yourself, when you kind of just rest and relax, then it starts to kind of hit you. Then it starts to really start making sense. So take your time with it. That's one of the messages that I'm getting for you in terms of this transformation that's occurring here. Take your time with it. You're doing fine, and everything will clear up perfectly. Now, again, like not everything is perfect necessarily, but just with this, I get this sense of like the closing of whatever this may be. It will be fulfilling in itself as well. It will be pretty fulfilling, and things will just be a lot more clearer. So that concludes your reading for today. I hope you enjoyed it. Bye.